start with the capital letter I, and I want you to draw it closer to the bottom of your paper because we're gonna build up kind of on our drawing. So we're gonna draw our I by going a line across, a line down from the center, and another line across. So we're gonna draw a drawing that starts with the letter I. And as we get going, I wonder if you can guess what it is. So the first thing that we're gonna do is connect these two sides of our I. So we'll do a line down to connect those two, and another line down to connect those two. So now it looks like a rectangle with a line down the middle. Now on the top of this rectangle, we're gonna draw a line that kind of comes out on both sides. So it's longer. And then we'll draw a line up, and connect those. So now we have this kind of rectangle here and another skinny rectangle right here. I is for, we'll find out. Before we get going, what we want to do is kind of draw a little grid or a little checkerboard on this part. So we have this one in the middle, so we'll draw another line on either side of it. And if you can fit more lines, you can, but you don't have to. It doesn't really matter how many there are. You're just gonna draw it kind of like a checkerboard, like this. And then we'll do the same thing kind of up here. We'll draw lines that go up and down, and then side to side. You go ahead and do that, and I'm gonna draw just a couple more on the side just to show you that it doesn't matter if you do your eye a little bit different, it'll still work out. So if you draw a long skinny one, or if you draw a shorter wider one. So you go ahead and do your grid lines, your checker lines, and I'll work on these real quick. Okay, hopefully you're done with yours. So now what we're gonna do is we're going to, on either side of this, we're gonna do kind of like a bump out like that. And if you make it a little kind of like ruffly, that's okay too, if you kind of do like roughly bumps on either side. And then we're gonna connect those two with a big round bump like this. Can you tell what we're drawing? I is for ice cream. So this is an ice cream cone, and this is our ice cream. And we can make it look more like a big ice cream scoop by doing a few things. One thing is you could add, on this one, maybe I'll add some sprinkles by doing these little short lines. We can make, this is supposed to be kind of that roughly bottom part of the scoop, so you can kind of suggest that and show it a little bit more by putting a little wiggly line that goes kind of right there. So we can do little wiggly lines right here. And that looks like kind of like a scoop, right? A scoop of ice cream. We can add a drippy line that goes like this, and maybe that's chocolate sauce. Right? That'd be kind of fun. Maybe we can add a cherry on top of one of these with a circle, and then add a little stem and a little leaf at the end. So I is for ice cream. I think these would look really nice with some color. If you have colors at home, you can add some colors. Let's color our cone. I is for ice cream, and this one is a fun one to color. If you have any coloring tools, I would suggest that you give them a good color. All right, the next, let's get a clean paper. The next one that we're gonna do is the lowercase I, and this one's a little bit simpler. So if that ice cream felt a little hard, this one will be a little bit simpler. So it's a line with a dot on top for our I. So I'm gonna draw a couple more. Lots of I's. And what we'll do for these ones, I is for, we'll find out. What we're gonna do is take this I here, and we're gonna draw kind of a line that bumps over and down to the bottom on both sides, like that. And you can change the shape of it. So if you want yours to be more like that, you can do that. If you want to be more of a diamond shape, you can. If you want it to be a little bit skinnier, you can. However you want to do it. Next, we're going to draw a circle that kind of goes up and around that dot. So a circle that goes around the dot. And then what we're gonna draw is another dot next to it. Those are gonna be our eyes for our insects. So we have to add 6 little legs to each of these. They're gonna be like little bugs or insects. So do 3 legs on each side, because insects have 3 legs. Or no, they have 6 legs. They have 3 legs on each side, sorry. I misspoke. 6 legs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we can add other little things like little smiles. You can add little antenna if you want to. You could add, so we got antenna. You could add stripes or polka dots. Maybe yours are gonna be little ladybugs. Or some interesting beetle. You decide how you wanna make your insect look. So I is for insect.